Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into the source material to uncover what just might be the ultimate biological performance hack. We are looking at the exact science behind how some people manage to sleep way fewer hours than the rest of us, yet still wake up incredibly sharp, focused, and totally fully charged. Without needing that fourth cup of coffee just to feel human. We're going to break down exactly how you can hack your sleep, not destroy it, right, but actually optimize it so you get way more out of your day. So, why can you sleep for 9 solid hours and still feel completely exhausted? Man, it's a painfully relatable question, isn't it? Have you ever had that moment where you lie down, you decide to just, scroll a little bit, check just one more video, and suddenly it's 3 a.m., you finally close your eyes, wake up 6 or even 9 hours later, and your eyes are just burning, your brain is totally fogged over, and you feel absolutely drained. You tell yourself, okay, I'll sleep early tomorrow, but, well, tomorrow never really comes. Meanwhile, there's always that one high performer who claims they only sleep 5 hours and feel amazing. Like, how is that even possible? Well, the source material reveals it all comes down to what's happening right beneath the surface. Section 1. The science of real rest. Optimize your cycles. You see, not all sleep is created equal. The source breaks our sleep down into two main parts: heavy lifting for the body and heavy lifting for the brain. First up is deep sleep. That's your physical reset. It's where body recovery, muscle repair, and immune system recharging actually happen. REM sleep, on the other hand, is your mental reset, handling brain recovery, focused creativity, and memory. Now, what's truly fascinating here is the implication. When these stages are aligned cleanly, your body can actually get full recovery in just 5.5 to 6 hours. No joke. But if your sleep is fragmented by things like blue light, stress, or just a chaotic routine, you literally ruin both of these stages. You could be in bed for 9 hours, but if it's all fragmented, yeah, you're going to feel dead the next day. Section 2, the 90-minute rule. Master your cycles. So the source material really anchors on one incredibly specific number, and that number is 90. Your brain doesn't just process sleep in a single smooth continuum. Actually, it cycles through its 5 stages of sleep, going from light sleep down to deep sleep and into REM in exactly 90-minute blocks. This is an absolutely crucial metric to wrap your head around. Waking up right in the middle of one of these 90-minute blocks, that is exactly what causes that severe grogginess, or what scientists formally call sleep inertia. But if you wake up right as a 90-minute cycle naturally ends, you automatically feel awake and totally refreshed. The math here completely changes how you should be setting your alarm clock. If you start planning your sleep in multiples of 90 minutes, you can pretty much guarantee you wake up right at the end of a cycle. For example, 3 complete cycles is exactly 4.5 hours of sleep. 4 cycles gives you 6 hours, and 5 cycles gives you 7.5 hours. So the really crucial takeaway here is this: setting your alarms based on cycle completion rather than just picking random numbers or basing it on whenever you happen to need to leave for work is an absolute game changer for your morning energy. Now, timing these cycles only really works if your biological clock is actually predictable. Consistency is what strengthens your circadian rhythm. Going to sleep at the same time every single night, yes, even on the weekends, is absolutely vital. Why? Because our brains absolutely love consistency. In fact, studies from Stanford show that irregular sleep schedules completely confuse the brain, which makes your deep sleep dramatically shorter and a lot lighter. When you go to sleep and wake up at the exact same time every day, it's kind of like training your body to automatically release melatonin on a really precise schedule. Honestly, getting that rhythm down alone will make your mornings shockingly fresh. Section 3. Pre-sleep shutdown. The 3-2-1 method. Think of the last few hours of your day as an elite preparation period for quality rest, and it all revolves around what's called the 3-2-1 method. It goes exactly like this. 3 hours before bed, you cut out all heavy meals. 2 hours before bed, you stop all work and purposefully mentally disconnect from stress. And then the final, most important step, 1 hour before bed, absolutely zero screens. I know, it's the hardest step. Parting with our phones is super tough. But instead of staring at that blue light, which literally tricks your brain into thinking the sun is still up, try replacing it with dim, warm lights. Maybe listen to a calm playlist with a tempo of around 60 to 80 beats per minute, do some light stretching, or maybe some gratitude journaling. This very specific routine actively signals to your nervous system, okay, we are done for the day, it is time to transition into rest mode. Section 4, Morning Action Plan, Beat Sleep Inertia. Okay, so you've slept right. Now, the first few minutes of the day are critical. Minute 1, whatever you do, Do not hit snooze. Hit action instead. Wash your face with freezing cold water or drop down and literally do 20 push-ups. Yes, I know 20 push-ups at 6 a.m. sounds like a form of mild torture, but doing literally anything to get your heart rate up immediately boosts your dopamine and noradrenaline. By minute 3, because your heart rate is up, that heavy, groggy sleep inertia literally begins to clear out and your energy starts skyrocketing. Then, by minute 10, and this is absolutely key, do not touch your phone yet. Step outside for 10 minutes of real sunlight. That early morning light exposure hits your eyes and instantly resets your circadian rhythm. It suppresses any of that leftover melatonin and gives a massive boost to serotonin, which is your alertness and motivation hormone. You will literally feel your brain wake up naturally. Section 5. Advanced Hacks. Sleep Optimization. If you really want to dial in your environment and your biology, the source points to 4 major, completely science-backed hacks. First up, no caffeine after 2 p.m. Here's why. Caffeine actively blocks adenosine, which is the chemical that builds up to make you feel sleepy. If you drink it late, it hangs around in your system for a good 6 to 8 hours. Even if you do manage to fall asleep, that lingering caffeine drops your deep sleep by up to 30%. Second hack, your bedroom needs to be an absolute cave. Pitch black, totally quiet, and cold. Ideally somewhere right between 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. The colder and darker the room is, the more deep sleep your body can organically produce. Third, you might want to consider some herbal support. Low magnesium often equals poor sleep quality. Adding a supplement like magnesium glycinate or just drinking some ashwagandha tea before bed, always consulting your doctor first, of course, can powerfully calm down your nervous system. And finally, the mental declutter. When your mind is just racing with to-do lists, it stays trapped in beta waves, which is full-on awake mode. Physically dumping those thoughts onto paper through journaling shifts your brain into alpha and theta waves, dropping you straight into that ready for deep sleep mode. And this brings us to the ultimate mindset shift we really need to make today. It's perfectly captured in this quote straight from our source material. Success isn't about who stays up late. It's about who wakes up clear, calm, and focused. You know, for way too long, people have treated sleeping 4 hours like it's some kind of badge of honor they get to brag about. But listen, sleep is not a weakness. It is a vital performance tool. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you certainly can't perform with an empty brain. It's all about mastering efficient recovery. Because when you actually train your body to rest deeply and efficiently, you get more time, more energy, and ultimately, you get way more of your life back. So I leave you with this final thought. Will you master your energy and choose to sleep smarter tonight? Just imagine it. One day, you wake up before your alarm even goes off. Your eyes are wide open, your heart is calm, and your mind is perfectly clear. You'll finally realize you never actually needed more time in the day. You just needed better energy. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Try these strategies tonight, set that alarm for a 90-minute multiple, and just see how you feel tomorrow morning. You got this.